Welcome to the latest episode of our podcast series for financial advisors. Today's episode is Rapid Reaction, LPL's acquisition of Commonwealth Financial Network, what it means for advisors and the industry. I'm Louis Diamond, and this is the Diamond Podcast for Financial Advisors.
At Diamond Consultants, our mission is to help advisors live their best business life. We want every elite advisor to find exactly the right place for their business and their clients to thrive, whether it's at a wirehouse, a regional, boutique, or independent firm. As the industry's leading recruiters and consultants, we've transitioned more than $250 billion in assets under management in the past decade, and each year, 25% of transitioning advisors who manage $1 billion or more are our clients. If you'd like to talk, please feel free to give us a call at 908-879-1002. Are you a financial advisor who's curious about whether you're in the best place to serve clients or if there might be a better way to optimize your business for the future? Should I Stay or Should I Go is a new book that serves as a self-guided journey, walking you through the key steps that Diamond Consultants takes with our advisor clients, whether considering change or not. Visit diamond-consultants.com/thebook to learn more.
While the official announcement is imminent, credible sources confirm that LPL Financial, the largest independent broker-dealer in the country, will acquire Commonwealth Financial Network, its venerable and more boutique rival, a firm long known for its strong culture, impressive technology, and advisor-centric focus. This is big news. Commonwealth has built an impeccable reputation as one of the most advisor-friendly independent broker-dealers in the industry. So a move like this naturally raises eyebrows and questions from advisors who chose Commonwealth for its boutique feel and consistent leadership. But my message today is do not panic. If you are a Commonwealth advisor, LPL is one of the most impressive firms in the industry and really does things the right way and invests for the future. If you're an LPL advisor, your firm just got larger, but it was already the largest, so why does it really matter? But with some of the best independent advisors in the industry, now LPL is even better as a result. While any sale is a massive disruption for all involved, independent advisors always have options, and that's what we'll talk about today. First, I wanted to talk about the strategic rationale for LPL. From LPL's perspective, this acquisition makes a whole world of sense. LPL has been executing a strategy to become the dominant player in the independent space, and acquiring Commonwealth adds significant advisor headcount, AUM, and market share. In addition, Commonwealth cleared through Fidelity National Financial Services, while LPL is self-clearing, meaning LPL has ample opportunity to monetize Commonwealth's AUM and assets under advisement in a much more efficient and profitable manner. On the technology and platform front, LPL invests considerably in its infrastructure and advisor support, and that just continues to grow. And the firm is betting that its enhanced scale can not only make the LPL experience better, but also potentially enhance what Commonwealth is doing for its advisors and not dilute it. Additionally, Commonwealth had one of the best tech platforms in the industry and had top-ranked advisor support and service. As LPL grows, its one Achilles heel is really the perception of poor service. While that's a debate, and I'm not here to say whether it's true or not, perhaps LPL can pick up some really talented service folks who can not only help existing Commonwealth advisors, but the entire LPL community. So while deals like this are always about the dollars and cents and the valuations and how it's going to impact share price, I do think there's a ton of benefits for LPL and the LPL advisor community. Finally, on the LPL side is cultural fit. While the firms vary quite considerably as far as size and structure, both really pride themselves on supporting entrepreneurial advisors. So there is a cultural overlap that could smooth this transition. Plus, just about every advisor who picked LPL likely considered Commonwealth and vice versa. So there's definitely a lot of familiar faces as part of this deal. Now, what this means for Commonwealth advisors. For those at Commonwealth, I understand this is a very emotional time. Commonwealth was one of the most beloved firms that I've ever encountered, similar to A.G. Edwards and firms like it in the past, or Lincoln before its acquisition by Osaic last year. Many joined the firm because it was fiercely independent, not only in the business of allowing advisors to own their own books of business, but also as one of the last well-known privately held broker-dealers. And in an industry where boutique and high-touch broker-dealers are mostly a thing of the past, Commonwealth is a lifeline and a real home for many top advisors. I legitimately never come across Commonwealth advisors who aren't extremely happy with the firm. So understandably, a lot of questions, and I empathize with what advisors are going through. So what now? I would expect in the short term, there would be some stability, at least outwardly. Deals like this take time to integrate, they take time to close, and LPL will likely emphasize continuity and preservation of the Commonwealth feel, at least for a period of time. LPL is also an absolute pro at integrating advisors, full bank programs, and numerous acquisitions. So they have the playbook, and I would expect this to be as smooth as possible from an acquisition standpoint. How about on the financial side? When IB deals like this happen, the acquiring firm always pays retention deals to advisors that were part of the transaction. They're typically structured as forgivable notes, anywhere from we've seen 20, 30 to 50% of an advisor's GDC or perhaps basis points in assets. It could be more, it could be less. So if you're a Commonwealth advisor, you're not really in a bad spot. You can go to LPL, which is a great firm, and get paid to stay without a full repaper. Or if their goals are divergent from LPL, there's no shortage of suitors that will no doubt pony up to recruit quality talent, especially since Commonwealth advisors are amongst the best in the industry. And I think another point on the dollars and cents relates to succession and monetization of an advisor's practice. LPL has a very innovative structure to acquired affiliated advisors. It's a structure I haven't really seen before, where LPL buys the business but transfers it to the next generation. And after a period of time, the next generation owns the business full stop, which is something I really haven't seen before. And Commonwealth never really had a structure like this to acquire its practices. Also, LPL has many very deep pocketed buyers, something that Commonwealth didn't. And now Commonwealth advisors have the largest network of affiliated advisors to potentially sell to. So, from a succession and monetization standpoint, I think this deal's a home run for Commonwealth advisors because more choices, more money typically means better deals and better valuations. And then the real question is over the medium to long term, what's going to happen? What's going to change? The one guarantee here is that there will be change. There will be changes in custodians, changes in technology platforms, changes in service models, changes in firm branding, and many more things that I did not mention. So while I would expect changes to operational support and compliance policies, the biggest question here is whether the boutique experience and feel that Commonwealth was so well known for can be preserved in some way under a much larger corporate umbrella. Just because a firm is large, it doesn't mean that it's impersonal or the service is poor. So I think the onus is now on LPL to prove to Commonwealth advisors and advisors everywhere that scale actually means investing in service and doing a great job for advisors that have selected it as its home. Now, what this says about the industry. To me, this deal reinforces some major themes we've been tracking for a number of years. The first one, and it sounds like a broken record here, but consolidation is accelerating. Whether it's the breakneck pace of RIA deals, Schwab's acquisition of TD Ameritrade, or the hundreds, maybe even thousands of independent broker-dealer transactions, it's clear that size and scale are becoming strategic imperatives. While this is not the largest IBD acquisition as far as valuation or advisor headcount, to me, it's certainly the most notable and most shocking in recent memory. Another point here is private ownership isn't forever. Even firms that pride themselves on legacy and culture are susceptible to changing tides, be it succession, estate taxes, market pressure, or strategic opportunity. Commonwealth, Cambridge, and a couple of other firms really stood out for a long period of time as the antithesis to the private equity-backed broker-dealer model and to their publicly traded counterparts. I think now this raises the question of anyone can always be for sale, whether you're private, publicly traded, or private equity-backed. This is clear proof point that either everyone has a price or sometimes things change where the strategic decision of a firm has to change. Finally, my own musing here. What I've really been thinking about since I heard about this deal was, is this good for the industry? In my view, I think this is a brilliant strategic move by LPL and its new CEO, Rich Steinmeier. They pick up an incredibly valuable firm with some of the best advisors in the industry that were mostly fee-based. They also take out probably the one firm in the industry that really gave LPL trouble in competitive recruiting. That said, Commonwealth represented a unique type of firm, and removing yet another quality option from the industry hurts advisor choice, and we're never a fan of that. So I think the jury's out on how things will shape up or shake out from this deal. But my initial reaction is brilliant for LPL. We'll see what it means for Commonwealth and its advisors. But I think overall for the industry, I'm definitely more negative than positive, although I respect the move. The last point I wanted to make is how should advisors think about this? To me, whether you're at Commonwealth or anywhere, this is a moment to pause and reflect. Do you know who owns your firm and what their long-term vision is? Do you have a voice in strategic decisions that impact your business and clients? And if your firm were sold tomorrow, would you be prepared to pivot? This is why optionality really matters. Why we always say, even if you're not planning a move, understanding your options gives you power, puts you in the driver's seat. We've worked with hundreds of advisors who never thought their firm would be sold or who ignored smoke signals because they're happy enough or were comfortable or were growing. What we've seen, though, is that those who are best prepared and out ahead of future changes are in a much advantaged position to truly control their own destiny. And that's really what matters. So we'll be watching the story closely as more details emerge. We've seen so many acquisitions like this in recent past, and we're always happy to share the likely choreography and what to expect moving forward. Thanks for tuning in to this rapid reaction episode of the Diamond Podcast for Financial Advisors. I'm Louis Diamond, and we'll be back soon with more insights and conversations that matter to advisors like you.
As a financial advisor, you hold yourself to the highest standards of integrity, honesty, and credibility. You are successful because you take your professional responsibilities seriously and are dedicated to your clients. But are you living your best business life? Are your goals aligned with your firm's, or could a better option exist? Should I Stay or Should I Go is a book written with you in mind. It's a self-guided journey that walks you through the key steps that we take with our advisor clients. This strategic thought process and roadmap to professional self-discovery is designed to help you ask the right questions and think critically and objectively, whether you're considering change or not. Learn how to get your copy at diamond-consultants.com/thebook.